There's a storm coming my way, so I've gone out to pick my beautiful spring daffodils. I'm here in the South Island of New Zealand. I've got lots of daffodils growing, and I've gone and picked some to share with you, but before the storm comes through and takes them all away. I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet from My Menopause Transformation. Thank you for being here with me. I put some posts up on YouTube every now and again, and my Facebook. I've got Instagram, which I'm posting regularly, and of course you can go to the My Menopause Transformation website. Over the past week, I have been talking about estrogen dominance in my coaching group, and it's a very confusing topic. And of course, there's a lot of debate about whether women become estrogen dominant or not. My interpretation of estrogen dominance comes out of sport and exercise science. It comes out of the fact that there are different body types. We all know this. We all have grown up with women who, have got different body types. We've got thinner, leaner women, and then we've got women like myself who tend to put on a lot of weight. Particularly me, I've always had larger breasts. I've had, really struggled with weight control, getting back to my weight after my pregnancies. And, I really think that the larger women aren't being talked about in terms of what happens during menopause. Well, I can tell you what happens because the same thing happened to me. I put on over 15 kilograms of belly fat and weight and back fat, which exercise wasn't shifting. And I became really curious about this because I knew that, a lot of women don't put on weight, but I knew that the women who are putting on weight have fat cells that are hormonally active. They're more active and they produce their own form of estrogen called estradiol, especially if women have the deep belly fat. And one of the things that contributes to that is the fact that liver health is compromised or gut health. So what can happen for the women who do put on a lot of weight? As I say, a lot of women don't. And it doesn't matter if they go on HRT or not, but there are a lot of women who don't have a healthy liver, and therefore the liver isn't clearing excess estrogens that are in our diet. We know that animal fats, saturated fats, those, fatty foods contribute more fat to the body. And if women aren't doing a lot of exercise, then where does the fat go? Well, if they're not burning it off, it can go to fat cells. And these fat cells become also hormonally active as well. So many women struggle with putting on a lot of extra fat. And what happens is that the fat cells have a high affinity to estrogen. That's why we have breast cancer. That's why, our breast cells can change, because they've got estrogen receptors on them, and so do fat cells. So what happens is that any excess estrogens in the diet, now where do we get them from? We get them from animal fats. We get them from, eggs and chicken are very high in natural estrogens. We get excess estrogens from synthetic hormones. We get excess estrogens from xenoestrogens, so chemicals in our environment. Even alcohol turns into a type of estrogen as well. So all of our lives over the past 40 years, we've been the guinea pig generation for a lot of changes to our food environment, to the environment in general, to alcohol consumption, and all of these things that contribute to extra storage in our fat cells, and and our fat cells making estrogen as well. So if the fat cells, if you're putting on a lot of weight, if you've now moved into the overweight and obese category, and you've got a lot of belly fat, you've got large breasts, and you've got an unhealthy liver, then that's what you need to sort out. And part of that is sleeping all night. If you can't sleep all night, get on board with my program. Have a look at the success stories and testimonials. The Transform Me program is my weight loss one. And I want you to focus on foods that are going to help you. Foods that are really important for your liver. And these are really simple foods. It doesn't have to be complicated, but I want you on a whole food diet. I want you to having apples. I've talked about these in the past, and they're very high in quercetin, which helps to detoxify the liver. I want you getting more greens in your life, and you're going to, you're going to help your liver and your ability to burn fat by having more greens. This is spinach, I've got parsley, and I've got some rocket or arugula. You're going to also want to, if you're not allergic to tomatoes, I want you to be focused on the lycopene in tomatoes. And those are these aren't I grow my own in summer, but these are just bought tomatoes from the supermarket. And I want you to think about lycopene, which is not only beneficial for your blood vessels, but helps your liver also to break down estrogens. The other thing I want you to do is you can have some rice, and I'm a great favour of rice. This is black rice, which I mix with brown rice, and you can have that with your, with your dinner, or I've got a wonderful rice salad, or the women who come onto my program, they get this beautiful, it's an ebook. I've printed this one out, but it's an ebook, recipes. And in the recipe book, I have some of the beautiful vegetarian recipes. This one here is from an Australian chef, Sandra Dubbs, and it's called Slow Cooked Spicy Black Bean and Rice Soup. So these are the sorts of foods that help your body, help your liver and your gut clear excess estrogens. And when we start to have these beautiful whole foods and we get them into our life again, and we start to change things up a bit, then you'll find that you'll stop gaining weight. And that's the key. The key is to stop gaining. You can't lose weight until your body reaches a point where it's stopping gaining. And you can see here, this is Claudia Connell from London. She came to my seminar in London a few years ago and approached me to write about what I was suggesting. It was all quite new at the time around lifestyle change, particularly for women who were overweight. I think that that's the conversation that isn't getting talked about at the moment, and with menopause. So Claudia came to my seminar. Somewhere out there on the World Wide Web, she's got an article, Claudia Connell, Daily Mail, and Dr Wendy Sweet. You can Google that. And you know, the thing about Claudia is that she was doing a lot of sitting during her day. And of course, you know, with her high pressure job of being a journalist, and certainly, you know, they are having to reach deadlines and just the overwhelm of the work that she'd been doing for years. She was snacking a lot. She was eating the wrong types of food for her body type. And as she went into perimenopause, she was on HRT, which was more estrogen into her body, but she wasn't exercising. So we got her changing her diet, got her walking, and there she is now, and also got her sleeping all night. You cannot lose weight without sleeping all night, because that's really important for restoring this hypothalamus pituitary adrenal thyroid axis that gets out of balance. So there we go. You can do it. If you're not sure how to do it, if you want my support, and then please go to the My Menopause Transformation website, look at the Transform Me program, which is my foundation weight loss program. You'll get a step-by-step modules, which are webinars. You get to listen to my Kiwi voice, and I'll just step you through. There's PDF downloads, and there's the beautiful food guide and recipe book as well. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope that you can follow me on Instagram. There's the My Menopause Transformation Facebook page, and please go to the website and sign up for my weekly newsletter, and that's where you get more in-depth information. You can go to the resources section on the website as well. If you are a health practitioner, I've got health practitioner courses on lifestyle science for menopause as well.